Okay, so we are in Dublin at the LinkedIn offices for Go for Growth, and we've been learning all about how to form genuine connections and turn them into influence. And I am here with
Rian, Corrigan.
amazing. And where do you work?
I work for a company called Active. We're a software development company.
Perfect. And what do you do for them?
I am their senior marketing manager for across our digital campaigns and ABM.
Excellent. So what I wanted to learn from you is what are some of the takeaways from this LinkedIn event when it comes to your top tips now on LinkedIn?
Yeah, so it's been an interesting couple of days in terms of the sessions and the output that we've gotten and insights. So I think one of the main ones I think that resonates with me is that you have to give a little bit of yourself away on the platform when you're doing your posts. So show a bit of your personality and maybe not giving too much away, but show a little bit of personality.
Nice. Being a little bit vulnerable on social is a good thing. Brings
Yep.
people in, but you don't want to give too much away.
Exactly.
Great.
And authenticity.
Authenticity, absolutely. So how do you go from forming a connection to then turning it into influence or a business relationship?
And I think mainly actually is that you've got to be consistent with your posting. Actually would have been the correct answer if we didn't laugh in the middle of it, but it's being consistent with your posting, thought leadership, and making sure that you're getting content out there.
So events are obviously your speciality. Being an ex-performer, I'm giving a little bit something away about you now. Tell us, how do you go about creating an exceptional event that people want to come back to time and time again?
Good question. I think it's always nice when we think of the small details when we're doing events. For people that are attending the event, they notice the little details as you go along through the event, and obviously making that everything flows as smooth as possible from end to end. But I think as an event organizer, always remember not to get hung up on the small things that go wrong during the event, because actually many people won't know what's happening. Unless obviously a screen goes dead or something major visibly. But I think it's just always nice to keep the small details, add them in, make sure people enjoy themselves and be fun. I think we take everything very serious. So in an event, it's time for you to kind of relax and be fun with the brand as well, and try push that.
What are some of the signature things that you're known for when it comes to events? What do you do to make it that little bit more personalized and special?
I think overall having the brand right, the look and feel of the event, and again the details. I love to see minor things like on the screen or good graphics going up and making sure menus are set out right. Like when you walk into the room, everything should be pristine in its place. You know what I mean? So everything has its order, and I think people appreciate that. And obviously, just being creative with the design. Lighting is so important. It changes a room in an instant. Like it goes from a terrible looking room with whitewashed walls to like a whole different experience when you've got the right lighting in a room.
Yeah, that's something that LinkedIn does especially well, I think, even through this event. The presentations, the lighting, it's very on brand, but just those different moments with the lighting effects.
I think they know their brand, right?
They do, yeah. Very on brand. Coming to branding then and talking about gifting and swag, you mentioned earlier that you've seen companies do this really well.
Yeah.
When do companies get it right? Can you give any examples?
Absolutely. I think when companies get it right is when they keep in mind what the purpose of the gifting is. So, for example, if you've got employees and it's not for an event, you don't need to show up as one force and we're here exhibiting and we've got a purpose to be here. If it's more of a thing that you want to gift in terms of how are they going to use it day to day? Do we want them to use it day to day? Do we want our brand that they work for in their daily life and can they use it? So I think keeping that in mind and separating out what is the gift of the purpose will absolutely get somebody to connect with what it is.
Yeah, I love that. And you were talking about how branding is obviously important, but it doesn't need to be a huge logo placed all over the front of apparel.
Again, it's about what the objective of the gift is, right? If you're going to an event, yes, you need logos and branding everywhere because they're there to show up for your brand. But if it's not for an event or anything like that, I think it's nice to keep it in mind as the gifter to make sure that they will use it every day.
Excellent. And my last question. So if you didn't have to justify what you have to do with your marketing budget, what's something you would do tomorrow?
give people lots of really cool swag. Up that gifting. Like, of course, wouldn't that be the biggest win for everybody? I don't know. I think it's just being smart with the money and getting, I suppose, putting the money in the right places for marketing and what channels you should use. Which again is so dynamic at the moment, and things are changing super fast with LLMs. So I think just putting it in the right place. But I think sometimes if you simplify it like that, the right swag or the right gift or getting the right kind of brand out there at the right time. So being able to do that with obviously an expandable budget would be fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the insights.
Thank you.